Hey guys, welcome back. I've said this many a time, but you do not need to be a crook. You do not need to rip people off. You do not need gambling. You do not need all of the sketchy things that we've covered on the channel here many times. So today, we got a little bit of a twist. We got a positive video. I'm going to show 5 examples of people who are extremely successful. I would deem them extremely successful in Pokemon. And we're going to find out how they did it, why they did it, who's doing it, why they're doing it. I got 5 examples here. None of these examples are actually paying me anything. So no, this isn't just like a full sponsor read the entire video. But what we're going to take a look at is the key components to success in Pokemon without being a scammer, without taking advantage of people, without exploiting gambling, anything of that sort. We're going to have 3 categories here. There's probably more categories. We're winging this a little bit, but it comes down to knowledge. So the time that you spend in the hobby, learning about the hobby is going to make you more knowledgeable in the hobby. Your reputation, you want to build that up. You don't want to scam people. If you do that, that's going to be a little bit of a ding. And then we're going to have scaling. A lot of this has to do with scaling. Something that seems like it might not be that profitable. Turns out it's pretty profitable when there's a lot that goes into it. When there's a lot of transactions that happen, even if they're small transactions. So don't discount what looks like not free tendies. If you put the hard work in, you're gonna do all right. You're gonna be all right, and maybe you don't want to make it a full-time thing. You just want to have success overall. That's what I kind of try to promote on the channel, making good decisions. Whether you're just building up a collection, whether you're just selling off extras, whether you change your collecting goals, whatever it might be, or if you want to get to the tippy top, if you want to make it a full-time thing, we got that too. That's an option. That is definitely an option. If you work hard, you can make a lot of money doing Pokemon stuff without screwing anyone over. So first up on the list of 5, we have Ketchemallcollectibles. And Ketchemallcollectibles, and I guess quite a few of the examples on this list here, they're going to pivot. When there's something that makes more sense for the business itself, you're going to have to pivot. You're going to have to do different things. You're going to have to adapt to the market. You're going to have to adapt to what is needed in the market. And this is no different. So Ketchemallcollectibles, largely at this point in time, he's done a bunch of different stuff, but at this point in time, largely doing Fanatics Collect consignments, I think eBay as well, but you got to do what you got to do. He was doing eBay Vault stuff, eBay Vault changed over, now it's PSA Vault, now it's delayed, so these guys are going to work their way around, and essentially, he's going to make money because he has so many damn transactions happening. So he's consigning stuff. Essentially, if you don't want to sell your own stuff, I suggest everyone that plans on selling at some point in time, create an eBay, build your feedback, get a flavor for it, get a taste for it. I get that it's not for everyone. It is difficult to provide customer service, and that's what it is. Even though it's eBay, even though you don't think that you're a store, even though you think you're not selling something to somebody in a traditional sense, if you're an eBay seller, you're going to have to deal with crappy customers. The customer's always right, even if they're crappy. You're going to have people that are going to scam you some amount of the time. So maybe this is a good option in regards to that. If you're okay with getting a little bit less on what you're doing, what you're selling, then a consignment service like Ketchemallcollectibles, probably a decent option. So if you're not in the Discord, we've been hanging out on Sundays, watching the old Fanatics Collect, formerly PWCC auctions, and there is a Ketchemallcollectibles. There's a Ketchemallcollectibles little checkbox right here if you want to check out the ones that are consigned by Ketchemall. Now, even if you're consigning stuff on eBay or on Fanatics Collect, you can go ahead. You can use the Discord self-promotion. So yes, I'm going to weave in a little bit of my own stuff here. But again, none of these 5 examples, they're not paying me anything. No, this is just we're gonna prop them up regardless, because I see them doing the right thing. I see them making money, and there's been too much of it recently. There's always too much of it. There's too much of the evil investor, evil business, evil store. Why? Oh my God, you're so evil. How dare you resell things, and how dare you make money off of Pokemon? Guys, it's essential. If you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at the people that are actually scamming. It's absolutely dumb to be mad because somebody's selling something for a price that's higher, that somebody's making money off of Pokemon. That's silly. We need all of this stuff. We need the game stores. We need all those things in the Discord. If you're starting an eBay especially, If you're looking to boost your eBay at no additional charge, join the Discord. Join the Rattle Pokemon Discord. Link's always below. Everyone's always welcome. Come on in there. You can post. All you got to do is copy paste the link to your eBay listing rather. Whether it's any of the categories here, your Pokemon, your sports, your Magic the Gathering, your Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever you got to do, stick it in there. Just paste it in. It turns into an affiliate link. It supports the channel at no additional cost to yourself, and it's free advertising. You can pay eBay to promote your listing and get more views on it. If you post something interesting in here, especially in the Pokemon section, it is not uncommon to get an extra 1,000 people see your stuff. No charge. As easy as copy pasting the URL. That's it. It gets posted on the Instagram, the associated Instagrams, the associated Twitters, and no charge. Easy peasy, right? All right, so catch them all. Awesome. Love what he's doing. He loves it. If you want tax advice, business advice, that sort of thing, tune into his YouTube videos. Now, consignment company number 2. Not sponsored. I promote this all the time. Most weeks, I'm posting about how the Z&G Emporium auctions are ending on eBay. It's a good spot. Auctions, highly recommend auctions. If you're looking for good deals, now you need to be disciplined. You need to not bid more than what you can go buy it somewhere else for. But if you're patient, if you're vigilant, if you're looking for the deals can be found. Whether it's on Fanatics, whether it's on eBay. And the consignment companies are kind of nice. Yes, there's probably going to be more eyes on these than there would be a normal Joe Schmo auction. But these guys are not going to cancel your auction on you. These guys are not going to be like, oh, oopsie doopsie, it didn't sell for enough. I'm not happy with that. I'm not going to ship it out. So there's a plus, there's a minus, and then it's all happening, all ending in around the same time on Sundays, which is pretty awesome because then you can, depending on how much time. Pokemon is extremely cheap as a hobby if you sink a lot of time into it. It can be essentially free. You can collect for free. If you're buying collections, if you're taking the time to sell the stuff that you don't want, that you don't need, that's duplicate, whatever, super inexpensive. No, the opening packs or buying into what is it like? Raffle, daffle, bow baffle, wheel spin extremes. Now you notice there's a theme here that these guys are not really making. They're not making money off of gambling. It's weird, right? They're making money off of reselling, which I think is good. I mean, it's allowing people to liquidate, whether they need money for something else, whether they just don't care about Pokemon anymore, whether they're just looking to get rid of extra stuff that they don't necessarily love. This is good. It's good for buyers. It's good for sellers. It's healthy. It keeps stuff available. Get in there. Here's the eBay. By the way, you can go on there, check it out. I'll put links down below to at least one link for each of the people discussed or the businesses discussed here. I guess they're all businesses, not necessarily one-man shows. One-man shows usually with some help. Now, next up, what do we got? Oh, the Z&G Emporium. That's the thing too. We're gonna praise these guys for making money in an honest way. Yes, I know. There are bad game stores. There are good game stores. But like the hate for game stores who, because they're reselling Pokemon product or because they put the price up, it's not MSRP so that somebody can't buy it and flip it. The store has to make money somewhere. They got bills to pay. Whether they're an online store or whether they have a physical location. I do not envy the physical location type game stores. But you see on the top here, we have Z&G Emporium did the right thing by calling out a Beta Poke Trader for shill bidding. So they had somebody who was consigning items through them, and that individual was bidding on their own items. And instead of hiding that, instead of allowing that to go on, because it shouldn't really bother them, right? If we throw ethics out the window, it shouldn't really bother them. But they did. They stood up, they said something, and good on them. Maximum praise. So not only are they doing honest business, but they're not allowing other people to take advantage of others through their business. Consignment can be a little bit dangerous, a little bit sketchy. We've seen it on the biggest of biggest consignment companies because scammers don't want to sell the stuff themselves. It's easier to trace back to them that way. They're going to hide behind your big auction houses and everything like that. They don't want you to know that they're selling the altered stuff, that they're shill bidding their own crap, any of that stuff. It's usually an issue with altered stuff or questionable origin things. We've seen fake signatures. We've seen all kinds of stuff try to get pumped through there. Altered cards. The link tree. We gotta add the link tree here. No, the link tree does not count as one of the 5. But if you have some extra time before you're shopping, make sure you check here for codes on the stuff that I recommend. Card Market, there's no code, there's no link, they're just there. Should be shopping there anyway if you're from Europe, or if you have access to somebody that can shop for you there. And then a whole bunch of other links, affiliate links, that I get a kickback if you click these before you're shopping for the things that you're going to buy anyway. Best way to support the channel. Much appreciated for all of you guys that have been doing that. We got to cover scammers on the channel here. Oftentimes those scammers, they don't like when you make videos about them. And the YouTube ad revenue, the videos can either be region restricted, they can be removed altogether. If somebody wants to, and thank you, guys. You guys are the reason that I can make the videos that I make and still build the channel up, regardless of the attacks from the scammy whammies. Now, next up, I know what you're going to say. You're saying, Rattle, what the hell? You were partnered with... Okay, so we're not really... There's no active partnership right now with PSA Pikachu. We're still friends. I still highly recommend that you shop there if you'd like to get your stuff. Used to be a little bit bigger into, he was a little bit more into the sealed product game, into the pre-orders and sealed product orders of that sort. He's sort of transitioned. And then here again, this is one of those situations where you need to adapt to what the market is doing. You need to adapt. There's no money to be made in booster boxes right now. There's little to no money to be made in booster boxes right now. When you're selling and what you're paying at distribution is close to what people are selling. Whether they're selling at a loss, whether they have a better price than you, slightly better price, and whether or not they want to just not make anything on those boxes to keep their numbers up, it's a battle of how the hell do you survive as a game store. So this is where it comes in, and you get the people that are like, oh my God, I can't believe they're charging more than MSRP for a booster box that's not available. If they can't get it, and if they gotta make their money somewhere. It's a business. It's still a business. No, it's not because they hate you. No, it's not because they hate the kids and the community. It's because they need to pay the bills. They're working their ass off right now, selling these booster boxes. So when it's more expensive in the game store, of course it's more expensive in the game store. Of course you can get it somewhere cheaper. If you value the game store itself, the physical location, sometimes you got to just pay a little bit extra. If you're in there playing games, if you're in there, you're enjoying it, you're enjoying that in-store experience, the best way to support them is to buy some stuff while you're there. Whether it's singles, whether it's sealed product, anything of the sort. Now, PSA Pikachu, because there's not a whole lot of money. There's not a whole lot of money, especially early Scarlet Violet. People just like stopped giving a shit about modern, about sets that are coming out. That's not going to pay the bills. Selling boxes at 105 USD, that ain't paying the bills. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter. I mean, to some extent, if you're selling a jillion boxes, sure, you're probably going to be doing all right. But most of these stores cannot just exclusively sell the new Pokemon booster box. It would be very hard for them to do so, even if they don't have a storefront. So PSA Pikachu has been growing another side of the business. He's listing stuff on eBay. He's listing singles, buying and selling singles. So this is, again, if you scale up large enough, anyone could be doing this. You need to have the knowledge to know what collections you're buying. You need to put the time and effort into listing this stuff, building up a catalog that is fairly large. So we got 1,935 items currently. But this is huge. If you have enough items on here, stuff is going to be constantly selling. I mean, you still have to price it reasonably, but people are going to be on there. They're going to be shopping. They're going to buy stuff. Awesome. Honest stuff makes more things available. So this is good for collectors. I know people don't seem to understand that. And I know it's only certain people that don't seem to understand that, but more options is better for collectors. If you're looking for a dark hypno and there's no options for sale, or there's one option for sale, someone has it listed for $50. More competition in the selling realm, more options in the selling realm, or maybe there isn't the condition that you want. But with more options, that's a win. Also, good on him pivoting, moving into more selling singles. Awesome stuff. He's got the equipment. I think he's made some Instagram posts about like what he's using for a scanner and that sort of thing. I think someone actually ripped it off too. So one of those sketchy Instagram accounts that like pretends to be other people took his stuff, re-uploaded it. Pain in the butt, I know, but there's no replacement for the so PSA Pikachu. Oh, I should also mention that he helped with the fake case because he was gonna buy the fake case from Justin in Canada. He was making arrangements to purchase it, so that he had to open it. Of course, he wasn't allowed to open it when he was purchasing it. It was going to show up with cash and or check to buy the thing in person. That wasn't going to happen. So all of those messages, all that additional information was a huge help to me. And there's a little bit of a theme here. These people that are on the higher end of building businesses, that are doing the right thing, it's weird how they all seem to kind of help others avoid the pitfalls that are available. I mean, to some extent, you have to put your own neck on the line to do that. And there's very little benefit to yourself. There's a whole lot of like stay in your own lane, kind of keep your head down, keep working on what's important, what's going to grow your business. And these guys kind of veer off and help people in other ways. And I gotta say, thank you very much to them. It's appreciated. And that's the thing too. Like these guys they're not getting pats on the back. Like not, oh, congratulations. You're not scamming anyone. You're doing the right thing. Next up, we have Old School Pokemon. Another example of somebody who's helped with some information. He does consignments as well. So yes, you're going to get the scammies. You're going to get the whammies. They're going to try to consign stuff through you, and doing the right thing, providing that information, and helping when there is a scammer afoot that's taking advantage, that's stealing from people. I mean, the easiest thing to do would just be kind of like ignore them, don't do business with them anymore, and continue to just go let them scam other people. That's not your business. That's where these guys go above and beyond to help out with that, information, whether it's my videos, whether it's my investigations, or anything else. These guys will put out the public service announcement. Awesome. So Old School Pokemon, he was doing a lot of, I think he was originally doing a lot of eBay individual items. And he still has quite a few on there. Looks like we have pretty close to the same amount that PSA Pikachu has, but I think he's transitioned more into the eBay Live stuff. I still haven't tuned into eBay Live. I still haven't heard of a single scam that took place on eBay Live, which is really saying something, because basically when you have a whatnot equivalent, but there's a vetting process for who's allowed to sell on there, there's no scams. Crazy, right? Crazy how that works. It's almost like if you didn't let everyone and their dog be a seller and run carnival games, you wouldn't have scams. So I haven't tuned into any eBay Lives at this point in time, but I've heard nothing bad from them. Doing single cards, graded cards, booster packs. Even if you're doing like rip and ship and stuff like that, that's fine. I wouldn't recommend, if somebody's trying to grow their collection, that you do the rip and ship thing, at least more than a little bit. I would say open your own packs, buy your own packs, save money on your own packs if you really enjoy opening them. If you don't enjoy opening, or if you're just looking to make money, do not open anything. And especially do not pay anyone to open things for you. I don't. It's a little bit of a noob trap, and then especially with whatnot in the carnival games, you get into a lot of that. So, awesome dude. Again, just growing his business, kicking ass. I think everyone here is full-time Pokemon that we're going to cover here. And there's nothing wrong with being full-time Pokemon. As long as you're doing it in an honest way, as long as you're participating in the market, you're growing your own thing, it's good for everyone. It's good for collectors. It's good for the most collector, the most true, the most only collect, I never sell a single thing kind of person. This is still good for them because it provides them with more options to buy stuff from honest people that aren't going to rip them off, from people that are going to crack down or help crack down on the bad actors in the hobby. Now, last but not least, we have CNA Games, Cardinal Gaming. multiple physical locations. We have Mason here from Cardinal Gaming. If you ever wanted to know what it's like to operate, know what it's like to open a game store, you should be tuning into his YouTube channel. He's got all kinds of videos about how and what the business is like. I do not envy that. That is a ton of work. He's got bulk, he's going through, he's got TCG player, he's got all kinds of crazy stuff going on. And again, it's just scaling up. There's a ton of things that you need to do in order to be a successful game store. You need a ton of capital up front because you need inventory. You got to be able to sit on stuff that's dead inventory for a while. All kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. He's going to give you the ins and outs. It is not as glorious as it sounds. It's like everyone that wants to open a bar, everyone that wants to open a game store. They're just like, oh, yeah, it would be so cool. I can just play with cards all day. But they don't realize the sheer amount of work that goes into this stuff. And then I'm sure he also deals with like the absolute like dumb shit comments about like, oh my God, yeah, you're charging $10 more for this than that guy that's dumping everything because he's closing shop or because he can't hold on to it because he's got to pay his credit card. So that's the thing. He's running events. He's got the shop. He's providing information through YouTube videos. And it's all very useful. Even if you're not planning on opening a shop, just watching some of this stuff to get a better understanding of what's going on, how it operates, is a good idea. And just give it just dabble a little bit. We got the store itself, and you can see here he's selling all kinds of stuff. Game stores, they need their singles, they need their TCG player sales, they need the sealed product, they need everything kind of churning, going at the same time, because some stuff is going to not be profitable at certain points, or some stuff is going to. There's a lot of moving parts. It's very difficult, and then you also have the terrible people out there that are going to scream like a banshee when you're selling stuff for $10 more than what they think it should cost. So that's what we come down to. That's what we got today. Hopefully this gives you guys a little bit of a better understanding of who are the good people. These are the people that deserve praise. Yes, there are more people. Let me know down below if there's anyone else that you'd like to add to the list. I'm sure I could name off many more. People that even just people that are full-time Pokemon, let alone the people that are part-time, that are contributing in a meaningful way. There's no glory here. This is just people making money, doing something that they love, contributing in an honest manner, not ripping anyone off, but still able to make money. I think that's important. I know it's not going to be, we're going to have screaming banshees down in the comment section that are like, what the hell, Rattle? Why are you sticking up for the game stores and consignment, the evil devils that are trying to make money on our cardboard? Tough shit. There are, I can give you a list of like 200 people. I mean, all you got to do is look on my channel here just to see how many bad actors there are, how many people that are taking advantage before you should even blink an eye at a box that you think is slightly too expensive. That's all I got. Thanks for joining the Discord. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in tomorrow. I know the video is a little bit late today, but we got a lot of crazy stuff going on with those double releases. I got cards everywhere. I got to sort some stuff. I got a tornado to clean up here. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye.